Some viewers may find this disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hi my loves, it's Destin Troyce and watching TROYCETV. So today's video I got my nice little Nigerian food that I'm just gonna let sit here and get cold and not eat. So for the most part I have some jollof rice, unsala soup, stewed chicken, yam porridge, and some ogusi, which I do like ogusi, but it just has too much fucking oil in it. I don't know what the fuck these people trying to fucking kill me. But anyways, I want to fuck up my Nigerian food or just let it sit here and get cold per usual and talk about all the recent stuff going on as far as Nicki Minaj, my channel, and a whole bunch of other random shit that I can think of. So recently I decided to make a video talking about the damn Vaseline, because I can't say the word on YouTube considering YouTube's always watching people's shit and scanning people's content, and unless you say some shit that agrees with their opinion, they're going to take some shit down. So yes, I made a video talking about the Vaseline and giving my opinion about the Vaseline and how I feel like it's full of shit because we got this damn Spirit Airlines variant shit, and now they're telling us that we need to have these little Vaseline cards, and in the future you won't be able to travel anywhere unless you get the damn Vaseline card. And I just... the Vaseline done fell. And basically I made a whole breakdown video for 40-50 minutes talking about conspiracies, psychic predictions that I have, and a lot of things that I feel like are going to come in the next 2 to 3 years. I talked about stocks, cryptos, and all that shit that y'all should be purchasing, investing in, and buying, because now they're giving personalized QR codes. Yes, imagine your whole existence being based on a QR code.
But there are many different ways that you can get this card. You do not have to download an app onto your phone to get your personal VC.
And for the most part, YouTube would not let me post that shit. They sent me a long-ass dissertation telling me, sorry, we can't let you post this video because we're trying to protect this platform and we feel like what you said promotes hate speech and misinformation. I'm like, bitch, hate speech my ass. If YouTube headquarters don't go to fucking hell with that bullshit, telling me that I'm promoting hate speech and shit, and oh, you can't post. That was just nonsense and bullshit. I was really irritated. So what I did do was post it on my Patreon. So if y'all want to subscribe to my Patreon, go watch it there. You could join my Patreon for $2 a month, or you can listen to the audio, but the audio only on my podcast. So go stream my podcast. Links below. It's on Spotify, Apple, SoundCloud, Google Podcasts, and many other platforms. Wherever you listen to your podcast, and go stream that shit. It's titled the microchips are coming. I talked about a lot of shit, but of course YouTube wouldn't let me post it, and I'm annoyed. So go stream my podcast, go subscribe to my podcast if you guys get a chance. Also make sure to leave a review on my podcast. Go stream it because YouTube is fucking bugging. I can't even talk about certain things anymore. So when it comes to the whole Vaseline shit, I'm not going to be talking about it as much as I used to mention it, because now things are getting a lot more strict on social media and censorship is real. I mean, you guys see what the fuck they doing to Nicki Minaj. They damn near violating her ass in the damn media, and I couldn't even make a video talking about that either because YouTube was gonna block that shit. So make sure when you guys get a chance, go to my Patreon and watch my video that I also did talking about Nicki Minaj. And if you guys want to listen to the audio, I put it on my podcast. You guys can stream my podcast for free. And now society has turned into this robotic, zombified society where if you give your opinion about anything, you're called a bigot, you're called ignorant, you're just dangerous. You have Don Lemon saying that these people should be shunned from society if they disagree with it. And I'm like, wow. They do the exact same shit they accuse conservatives and white ringers and Trumpers and trumpets for doing.
People. And so I think we have to stop coddling people when it comes to this and the vaccine, saying, oh, you can't shame them. You can't call them stupid. You can't call them silly. Yes, they are. The people who aided and abetted Trump are stupid because they believed his big lie. The people who are not getting vaccines, who are believing the lies on the internet instead of science, it's time to start shaming them. What else? Or leave them behind. Because they are keeping the majority of Americans behind. You didn't feel that way about the polio vaccine. You don't feel that way about measles, mumps, rubella when it comes to your children, and all of a sudden this back is different. What's different about it? The only different thing about it is because of your politics today. The people talking about, well, I don't know what's in the shot, Chris. I don't know what's in that shot.
I'll tell you what's not in it.
Hold on,
a tracking device.
Yeah. Let me finish this. You know what they get shots in nowadays? In their rear ends. They're getting shots to make it bigger. They're getting shots in their face. They don't know what's in Botox.
You guys are being bigoted as fuck, not letting people have a fucking opinion. And you guys doing the very same thing that y'all accuse conservatives of doing, and it's really pathetic. But it's okay, because this is all just one big episode of Black Mirror. This is all one big episode of South Park. And eventually we're all going to be controlled by robots. We're all going to be controlled by them little Vaseline cards. And I mean, hey, before you know, we're moving closer and closer to a society where we're going to be monitored everywhere we fucking go. I mean, imagine a society where everywhere you go, somebody's focusing on your face and a camera's able to detect your identity, your weight, your height, your criminal background, and more. See what I mean? China already has that shit in place, and that's just coming to the US. But I can't say much here because YouTube will take this shit down. So make sure you guys go over to my podcast and stream that shit because they can't do shit over there. So, but basically, I also want to talk about the fact that Nicki's also being shunned by the media. I think it's really pathetic how the media has really kind of violated her in a sense. Because I'm over here like, all this stuff that's going on with Nicki and her damn man, and y'all talk about this? I rest my damn case. This shit tastes like Invisible. I don't see what the point of it is. But anyways, this is the same shit Kat Von D was talking about a few years ago. As you guys know, Kat Von D was very, very against Vaselines. And a lot of people gave her a lot of bullshit for it. And of course, now we're in a society where now people are scared to give their opinion anymore out of fear of being ostracized, canceled, or losing their damn job. And that's really scary. Entertainers feel the exact same way Nicki felt. Entertainers feel the exact same way a lot of celebrities feel. Entertainers feel the exact same way a lot of conservatives feel. But they would never say it out loud because they're fearful of being ridiculed, ostracized, or canceled because they scary as fuck. And I get it.
You know, it actually feels amazing here. Unlike what Seth was talking about, it feels good. We all vaxxed. We had to get vaxxed to come here, you know what I mean? I got vaxxed. I did not have a reaction like Nicki Minaj's cousin's friend, okay? Now, I got Pfizer, you know what I'm saying, because I'm bougie, all right? Pfizer, that's the Neiman Marcus of vaccines, you know what I mean?
These elitist people are controlling the very same celebrities that we very so much worship, look up to, idolize, respect, or support. But honestly, truth be told, I think the Vaseline is full of shit because the Vaseline is fucking turning into a Pokemon every 5 seconds. 1 minute it's evolving into Charizard, the next minute it's evolving into Raichu, the next minute it's evolving into, I don't fucking know, Sakura, whatever the fuck. It's evolving into multiple things. So first we have this damn Spirit Airlines variant. And then we hearing that there's a new strand coming here, coming there, and winter's coming, so now there may be a new strand. I'm tired of this shit. I have an immune system, bitch. I'll just stick to my herbal teas, my sea moss, and my intermittent fasting, which has worked for me for the past couple of years. In a nutshell, buy any stocks that are related to aerospace, because you guys know Elon Musk, the creator of Tesla, is working on SpaceX, and he's working on trying to build a civilization on Mars, which I believe is going to happen because Futurama and The Simpsons predicted it. And of course, we all know that the whole climate change thing is taking over, so you already know a lot of people are going to be going into eating vegan food, because eating vegan food is actually more environmentally safe. Because you guys know they be stuffing chickens with all these fucking stupid ass steroids and infecting these chickens with these dumbass drugs, and we still eat it anyways. Anything in tech like Microsoft, Apple, anything that's involving computers, that's a good stock to invest into. Electric cars, as you guys know, most cars are likely going to go electric within the next 10 years because we keep talking about climate change and shit. YouTube, listen, YouTube is not playing with my ass. I was very upset when they wouldn't let me post my video talking about all the shit going on and a lot of the social issues going on right now. YouTube basically told my ass, listen, you better sit your little black fat ass down and talk about those fucking celebrities and leave politics alone. Very irritating. But here's the thing. No one's against Vaseline. The thing about Vaseline is nobody fucking wants to take that shit by force. Because think about it. When was the last time y'all had a flu Vaseline? Probably since you were in high school. Or probably never. I haven't had one of them shits in probably 15 years. Why the fuck do I want to put some shit in my damn body? And I'm grown, bitch. And if people say, oh, you should just stay home, then that's fine. If you got that shit for your job or you got it because you wanted it, that's your fucking business. Just don't force that shit on me. I'll stay my ass home. I'm perfectly fine with that. I'll stay my ass right the fuck at home, work from home, do my shit at home, order my groceries at my front door, and be chilling. That's perfectly fine with me. Bitches are fake anyways. I don't like leaving my house just because of that. Does your loaf rice need some salt? You don't agree with injecting some stupid ass jab in your arm that you don't realistically have to get if you don't want it. All of a sudden, you're anti-Vaseline. It's so full of shit how backward society is. It's like these words kind of lose meaning now. But I find it funny how when I try to talk about social issues or any other commentary try to talk about social issues, all of a sudden we get age restricted, demonetized, blocked, and censored. But then when Casey Neistat bitch ass makes a video talking about the damn Vaseline, or when Casey Neistat bitch ass, all these other Snow Bunny influencers posted this, the fight the power sign, oh, we stand in solidarity. We stand in solidarity. I am an ally to these motherfuckers end up on the trending page. Bitch, I've been talking about this shit for 4 years. And here this bitch go talking about this shit for 15 minutes. And then YouTube saying, yes, yes, yes. Trending page. That shit generally confuses me. But hey, you know, I feel like a lot of people wouldn't have had a problem with the damn Vaseline. It's just the issue is this. It's the issue that they try to force it on us. You know how Krispy Kreme was like, oh, if you get the Vaseline, then, you know, we'll give you a free Krispy Kreme donuts. Bitch, I don't want them enriched, white bleached flour bullshit that fucking kill people and promote obesity. I don't want none of y'all shit that got high fructose corn syrup, which is the main killer and the main cause of obesity. I don't want none of y'all shit. They can go to hell. And then you got companies and fast food companies saying that they're going to give you free this and free that. Uber talking about, we'll give you a discount ride if you help to donate to get someone a Vaseline ride. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. Don't force that shit on anyone. Because I want to see all these same people who are criticizing those who don't want the Vaseline. Bitch, when was the last time you got a damn Vaseline before all this shit happened? Bitch, a lot of us get our Vaselines in high school. A lot of us get it in school, right? Do you get your annual Vaseline shots? Oh no, but this is more deadlier than the... Bitch, do you get your every year annual Vaseline shots? Because if you don't, who the fuck are you? Who the fuck is yo ass to tell me what the fuck I should put in my body? It's just annoying. It's just cringe. But hey, I think the only thing we can really do is to just stand our ground and just say I'm not taking it. Because realistically, you don't have to. But the thing is, they're going to kind of force it on you. And it's going to get to a point where they're going to put that shit on your phone, I'm sure. Where they're going to be like, hold your phone up. Like, you know how when you go on a flight and you have a personalized QR code for your flight boarding ticket? It's going to be like that. There's going to be little scanners and little police officers, little security guards scanning your little QR code in America. And they're going to be like, okay, Beck, you got the microchip. You can come in. It's such nonsense. But I can't really talk about all the shit I want to talk about on here, because all the guidelines and rules, not just on YouTube, have gotten really out of line and very strict. But for a while, I'm probably just going to stay away from social issues and more so just keep it about pop culture, commentary, gossip, news, and shit like that. I'm going to stay away from a lot of those itty-bitty things and keep it for the podcast, because there's a lot of shit I've said on my podcast, which y'all can stream, links below, on Apple and Spotify, that I could never fucking post on YouTube, because realistically, all these new rules, everything getting fact-checked and debunked, that should be driving me crazy. You even fucking use certain code words on your Instagram story. They say, we've swiped it down because we feel like it promotes anti-rhetoric and hate speech. Bitch, where is this coming from? Why the fuck is something being considered, oh, we have to fact-check and put a link to debunk it just in case? Who the fuck is fact-checking and debunking this shit? Who's fact-checking the fact-checkers? That's why I tell people, please don't believe half the shit you guys read in articles. Always do your own independent research by looking at multiple different sources and seeing what they say and come to your own conclusion. Me personally, I like to use DuckDuckGo instead of using Google. DuckDuckGo is like that one platform where it's similar to Google, but you can use it for when you want unbiased information. Like when I wanted to look up who's on Jeffrey Epstein's flight list, I use DuckDuckGo because Google be having fact check, debunk, fact check, debunk. Oprah is a good woman. Oprah is a good, God-fearing woman. Oh, Tom Hanks is an amazing man. Tom Hanks is an amazing man. Oh, fact check, fact. It's weird how the way the internet is all structured and shaped now, where if you even try to do your own research on something, you see headlines and you think, oh, wow, okay, that must be true. Headlines are not supposed to be biased. You're supposed to report on news. It's one thing if you're a journalist where you give your opinion in the title and you're editorializing and giving your opinion. But it's another thing if you're a source like CNN or NBC, a prestigious platform that's been around for almost a century, where you report on news and people look at you as a viable source of unbiased information, and then you sit up here and put in your title, oh, debunked. Like, they'll say things like, for example, if somebody goes against a narrative, like Nicki Minaj goes against the narrative, they'll say, fact check, Nicki Minaj's illiterate, ridiculous statement is far from the truth, and here's why. And I'm like, who the fuck is writing this shit? Who's writing this stuff? Who's coming up with this stuff? You know what I mean? So that's why whenever I see something trendy or crazy going on and they use keywords like fact check or debunk or a black man gets this or black woman gets this, I always side-eye it because they're trying to invoke emotion from me when you read the title. And we all do it. Sometimes when you read a certain title, you be like, wait, what? Or huh? Or Watch the video of whatever someone reports on, read the entire article, whatever somebody reports on, and come to your own conclusion. Because sometimes whenever I be reading these stupid ass fact checking debunk articles, it's always them trying to say, well, technically it's been fact checked because we don't agree with it and we think it's anti-hate rhetoric. So yeah, you should agree with our opinion and not do further research. That's literally the vibe that I get when I read these fact check debunk articles, is that you can't even really have an opinion anymore. Like, we're in a whole society full of slaves and zombies. You know what it kind of reminds me of? It reminds me of The Walking Dead, where we're living in the modern day Walking Dead, where everybody's so damn brain dead, and they're attacking the people who go against the grain. They don't want to eat flesh. They don't want to eat human beings. They simply just want to live their life, but the zombies won't have it. The zombies want you to be a part of them. They want to bite you so that way you're a part of them. But I feel like The Walking Dead is real life. It's just they're not the zombies that you see on TV. They're just coherent zombies. But all in all, I'm working on a lot of new content. I want to work on a lot of new documentaries. Talk about a lot more pop culture related things. Talk about, celebrity gossip, celebrity news, old things that happened in the 90s and 2000s, shit like that. Because there's a lot of things that I'm passionate about that I be wanting to do. But I just be so stuck on building my podcast, building my Patreon, and of course trying to come up with the best, most quality content. Because sometimes a lot of you guys will ask me, well, just do a Q&A or just do a regular mukbang. But sometimes I feel like that's very boring. Because I want to make sure that I'm here for longevity. I want to be doing YouTube for as long as possible. Because the last thing I want is to just be one of those YouTubers where they post a ton of amazing content and then they fall off and dwindle, and then they just start posting random stupid fuck shit where almost every fucking video they make is probably 10 minutes long. It's nothing. It's just a video of them rambling on about how they're depressed and how they're sad and they don't want to post, and yeah, I'm going through this, I'm going through that. Or it's a long ass video where it's sponsored. Stuff like that is so annoying. I hate when I watch an influencer and they say, yeah, so I've been gone for 17 million years because of this, and yeah, I'm depressed, and yeah, I'm this, and yeah, bitch, at this point, don't even fucking post. Just don't even post. You know what I mean? They'll have like a nice little pretty title, make it seem like they're gonna post some interesting content, but it's really nothing. And then they get on camera and they do a whole sponsored video at the beginning. It's like, well, damn, bitch, did the sponsored paycheck inspire you to get out of depression and make this fucking video that's 10 minutes, not really lucrative at all? So I want to do more serious, really good quality content where more documentaries, more good funny videos are coming. And I just want to be more consistent. I also want to start posting every day. But the big reason I don't post every day is because I could be my own worst critic, where sometimes I want to post all the time. But then I'll think to myself, you know what? Let me just leave that for Patreon because YouTube ain't ready for that one. Or I'll be like, I don't know if that's ready. I don't know if that should be on the internet, because sometimes I gotta step on eggshells where I still am pretty vulgar. I still don't give a fuck. But sometimes I just be a little more cautious about what I post because all this censorship is ridiculous. I love this platform and everything it's giving me, but I get really fucking annoyed when I can't just get on camera and talk about what the fuck I want to talk about. But overall, I want everyone to understand we live in some very crazy times, and it's important to not panic, not be fearful, because we're moving into a new era. Yes, some things gonna look crazy. Yes, things gonna look hectic. And yes, 2022 is gonna be real fucking crazy, which I'm not gonna say what I feel or my little predictions, because like I said, go to my Patreon and watch that video. I can't say it here because they watching. YouTube's watching. But please be sure to stream my podcast for free on Spotify or Apple or SoundCloud, or wherever you listen to your podcast, and go hear what the fuck I had to say. Because if y'all thought 2020 was bad, 2022 is going to be a whole fucking hurricane. And all I'm going to say is buy some crypto. I talked about all that on my podcast, and I'm going to make more podcasts talking about stocks and cryptos and shit, because a lot of you guys keep asking my opinion about it, where to put your investments in, because I made one video back in January, but of course a lot of you guys want me to make another one. But I'll make another one, but just for my podcast and Patreon, because like I said, the censorship is hectic. Yeah, so I was going to get on here and give you guys just like a nice brief little synopsis on why I was just fucking irritated. Because what's so annoying is I worked really hard on that video. That video was fucking 40 minutes long. I was going in talking about predictive programming, TV shows that predicted it, Black Mirror, Futurama. I was talking about so much shit that I predicted or I see is going to happen in the next 2 to 5 years. And then YouTube told my ass, bitch, no. So I had to post that shit on my podcast and my Patreon. So I want to make sure a lot of you guys go check that out when y'all get a chance, because all the links are down below. But as far as the Nigerian food, I really do like it. It's pretty flavorful. You know, living in California, a lot of the food here is very bland, very much seasoned with salt and water, no flavor at all. Because I'm from the South, and the South has some of the best food. Some of the best food, some of the best Mexican food, some of the best soul food, the best Caribbean food. All in the South, or all of it is found on the East Coast. Coming here is very difficult for me to find flavorful shit. I go to a fucking restaurant in California. They tell me, "Are you sure you want it spicy? It's really, really spicy." This bitch will put Hunt's ketchup on my chicken and say, "Are you sure you want more Hunt's ketchup? It's really spicy." Bitch, get the fuck out of my face and know you're not getting a tip. Because that should be irritating me. Because I can never find flavorful food in Los Angeles. That's why I fucking cook at home. I've been saving the most money I've ever have from not eating out, because I just can't do the unseasoned food. But I've been seeing a lot of very interesting things going on social media. And I will say this, seeing what happened to Nicki Minaj, how she's on Twitter jail, seeing what happened with the Orange Man, him getting banned off social media, and seeing people praise, laugh at this shit and say, well, you should never said nothing. You don't realize how brainwashed you are to now, if you can't say what the fuck you want or even give your opinion, now you're getting fucking blocked. See, it's okay to give your opinion, but to tell people, well, your opinion is wrong, bitch, how the fuck is my opinion wrong? It'd be wrong if I give my thoughts on something, I call it a fact, and it's able to be debunked and fact checked, right? But if I have an opinion and I say I don't trust that damn Vaseline shit, all of a sudden I'm ignorant? All of a sudden, well, it's science. Well, bitch, all in all, that shit, first of all, hasn't been extensively tested. It hasn't. And don't come on here and say, well, it has. No, it hasn't, bitch. It's only been out for, this shit been out for a whole fucking term pregnancy. And I'm supposed to believe that I can trust that shit? Oh, hell fucking no. And people say, well, it's science. Bitch, science has said a lot of shit. Science has been wrong about a lot of fucking shit. Science said that we come from fucking apes and monkeys and shit. Bitch, I'm not a descendant of no fucking monkey or no damn ape. And don't hit me with that bullshit. Science also says that most black people in America come from fucking Africa. And bitch, we know that shit ain't true. Most of the black people who live in America who are descendants of the slaves, a lot of them realistically are the real Native Americans, but that's another video for another day and a conversation that a lot of people aren't ready for, especially not social media. And science also fucking tells us that things like spirituality and vibrations and shit like that isn't really a real thing, and that it's not scientifically proven or logical. Science tells us a lot of things that's not completely accurate. So this damn Vaseline, that's what I call it now. This damn Vaseline is full of shit. And until I see 2-3 years of people coming across perfectly fine and looking well, I ain't buying into it. Because a lot of these things like measles and mumps and chickenpox, those are things that have been tested. Those Vaselines have been tested for years, 2 to 5 years, lots of research, lots of shit that went into it to make sure that it was perfectly fine. And I'm supposed to believe some shit that's only been around for a pregnancy. Matter of fact, less of the pregnancy. Get the fuck out of here. That's some bullshit. I'm not buying into that shit. My issue is, why the fuck do they want to take it so badly? What is it? Like, I get that the corporations just want to go back to business. They want more full capacity restaurants and they want the world to go back to normal. But bitch, nah. I'm good. I'll stay my ass right the fuck at home. And yes, if you're Vaseline-inated and you say that I should stay home and you think people should stay at home, that's fine. Perfectly fine. But I have a lot of more content I want to talk about. Just to, of course, get on here and explain how I'm going to probably stay away from those kind of topics. Because, yeah, social media is getting real strict. Everything getting fact-checked, everything getting debunked, everything's getting shadow banned and taken out. It just goes to show you that this world, allowing things like cancel culture, which is one of the biggest toxicities of the world, us allowing bullshit like that to slide and turn corporate, because it was cool at first, but then when it became corporate and then it got hijacked by CNN and got hijacked by global news outlets, now we've let them take too much control of cancel culture and they've turned it and defined it into something so ugly because we took it for granted and turned it into a whole selective outrage thing, which I'm not going to say we, because at the end of the day, who the fuck is we? Some of us never really bought into cancel culture in the first place. But it's turned into something where now the media has hijacked it and now they're trying to use it against people, where they're using our own game against us. Because cancel culture was cool at first, but now they're using it against Nicki to make it seem like Nicki is getting a lot of backlash, when realistically, if the Barbs ain't give two fucks about her damn man and her trying to fucking pay off that damn victim, what makes you think the Barbs gonna give a fuck about her opinion about the damn Vaseline? You know what I mean? The Barbs could even defend her when she was out here trying to pay off that woman, which we're not going to get into now. The Barbs couldn't even fucking defend her with that shit, but the Barbs are able to defend her when it comes to the damn Vaseline shit. The media is trying to make it seem like everyone's turning against her, but people really aren't. A lot of people actually agree with her, and that's why the media just trying to attack her. All these talk show hosts going in on her, all these celebrities talking about these people need to be shunned from society are so full of shit and wrong. And if you're someone that's just really nervous about the fate of the world, you should be, bitch. Because things will get real, real ugly. But it's all good. It's all about adapting. Every era has had their triumphs and every era has had their downfalls and dark ages. It's just, there's no difference between this generation and the generation before. All you have to do is just stay strong and adapt. And buy as many fucking stocks involving electric cars, aerospace, and cryptos as much as you can. My food is cold as fuck. I'm going to fuck to sleep. And yeah. That's that. Like, comment, subscribe. Give your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. Check out my podcast. Subscribe to my Patreon. That's where I talk about a lot of the real social shit and political shit that I can never post on this bitch. Because things are getting strict and out of control. And I can't stand it. But subscribe to my Patreon and my podcast where I can talk all the shit I want about certain social issues. Choice out this bitch.
Cause everybody knows almost doesn't count. I can't keep on running out the door. I can't keep running really, really sure. Can't keep on look in my eyes and all that I can give you and what you have me for. Need to find me some pie. 'Cause everybody knows almost doesn't count. That's all you get for free. Somebody tell Beyonce she got competition.